My name is Angela Trusty, and I write an advice column called Ask Angela for the Deseret News. I don't do videos like this very often. I prefer to just answer the different questions that I receive through email into my column every week. But this particular one really hit home for me, and so I wanted to share some thoughts about it. I received a question from a young woman who had been less active in her religious responsibilities for years and years. She said over the past 2 years she had started to get back into church, and she said for about 8 months now she'd been really keeping the commandments and feeling good about her contribution to her church and to the world. During that time, she met this young man who she dated, and they really started to fall in love. They were talking about future kids' names, they were talking about getting married. And as she began to feel closer to him, she shared with him that she had been less active for a time, or that she'd sort of lost her way. That was the terminology that she used. She said shortly after telling him that, she started to experience some distance where he was not returning her calls. He was using terms like, well, let's just date casually, until ultimately he told her that because she hadn't been as faithful as he had been, he didn't want to date her anymore. Her question, after telling me this whole background story, her question was, what can I do to earn the love and acceptance that I really want? It seems, she said, I thought that after repenting or going through this repentance process and changing her life, that she would be accepted, and seems like she isn't. And so she was saying, well, what more can she do? That really broke my heart. Primarily because so many of us can have experiences where we feel like we're moving in the right direction, but the opinion of someone else can make us question everything we're doing. Like, am I even doing this right? Am I even who I thought I was? This person says that I'm not good enough for them. This person says I'm ugly. This person says I'm not rich enough. I'm not powerful enough. I'm not educated enough. And I thought I was doing okay. And we can take someone else's reality as our truth, and we can start acting in this way as if it is true when really it's not. So the advice that I gave to this person, which you'll be able to read, it'll come out this upcoming week, and it'll be in more detail than what I'll actually say on this video. But I essentially told her to take what this man said and put it over there. That when we change our lives, that we get a fresh view of who we are, and we get to see ourselves how God sees us, and that is the truth, and that we want to live after the manner of that truth instead of fighting against someone else's truth. Let that man have whatever truth he's going to have. Let anyone in your world, whatever they think about you, let them have that be their truth. It's important for you to understand who you are, and to gain that understanding through prayer and through keeping the commandments and through communing with loved ones and asking them to share feedback on how you're doing and what more you can do. This is not feedback from someone who's judging you and who's determined to say that you're not good, but for someone who loves you and is invested in you. And as a matter of fact, this video is getting too long, but as a matter of fact, one of my favorite quotes from Kanye West is where he's talking about how he didn't want to get advice from people who weren't willing to invest in them and who weren't willing to invest in him. It's like, oh, you're giving me this advice, but you don't want to invest in me. I find that some of the best advice I get is from people who are invested in my success. My parents, my siblings, some friends of mine who just are like, yeah, when you win, I'm winning. So you can trust what I'm saying because I'm really trying to help you. For someone who's like, let me give you advice, but I'm leaving your life, that's advice that you want to take with a grain of salt. So again, my name is Angela Trusty. I really love sharing advice, gospel-centered advice that's based in the teachings of our Father in heaven, because I know that he loves us, and I've experienced healing from him in my life. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.